Hi guys. So this is Mrs. Paige-Gruber, and I thought since we have been doing multiplication in our classroom, and some of the kids are struggling with doing it with the standard algorithm, we have taught a couple of different ways. The first way is called place value sections, and it's actually pretty simple. You take your first number and you separate out the place values. So 32 would be separated into 30 plus 2, and then 45 would be separated into 40 plus 5. So then we just multiply each section. So this section of our square becomes the tens multiplied together, 30 times 40. So what we do is we multiply 3 times 4, which is 12, and we have 2 zeros, so 30 times 40 is 1,200. Then in this section we have 30 times 5. So 3 times 5 is 15, and we have another 0 because it's actually 30 times 5. Finally, or down here in this third box, we have 40 times 2. 2 times 4 is 8, and we have 1 0 that will be in our product. So our answer will be 80. And finally, we have our ones, 2 times 5, which equals 10. Then we have all of these partial products, which we must add together over here on the side. And when we add these together, we will come up with the answer of 1,440. So that's how you do it with place value sections, partial products. And of course, I'll make my addition sign so you can see we're adding. There's another way, and this is a little simplified compared to that. It's a little bit different. This is called place value rows. Now in place value rows, we take our first number and we divide it up into the place value parts, but our second number remains the same. So here we're actually going to take 45 times 30. Multiplying by a multiple of 10 is easy because we have a 0 in the ones place. So we don't have to multiply by that. We know that there will be a 0 on the end of our product, and so we place the 0 first, and then we can multiply just by the 3. So 3 times 5 is 15, and then I write my 5 and I carry my 1 because that 1 is actually a 10, so I add it to my tens column. 3 times 4 is 12, and then I add that to it, which becomes 13. So then I write 13, the 1 gets carried over into the next column. So you'll see that my partial product here is 1,350. And down here, now I need to take 45 and multiply by 2, which is a simple problem as well. 2 times 5 is 10, 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Now I take my partial products and I add them together over here. You can see that and that. 0, 4, 14, carry my 1, 4, 1. So my answer, again, 1,440, is the same that I got before. This leads us into the standard algorithm of multiplying a multi-digit number. You're going to see that this is actually very similar to this. It's just written in what we call shortcut form. This is a shortcut to doing the other ways I just showed you. We start with this number right here in the ones place, and we multiply 2 times 45. We go one digit at a time, and it's really important to keep our numbers kind of lined up here as if there were invisible lines. One way to do this is to use graph paper if you need the squares, or to take your lined paper, turn it sideways, and write the wrong way and use the lines for to line up your digits. Okay, so we'll go with our 2. 2 times 5 is 10. Now I'm going to put my ones place, which is a 0, and then I'm going to put the 1 for the number 10 in the tens column. Then I'm going to multiply 2 times 4, which is actually 2 times 40. So 2 times 40 is 80. I already have my 0. So it becomes 8 plus 1 more, which is 9. And it is actually 90. Then I'm done with my 45. So I need to multiply by 30. But we know when we multiply by a multiple of 10, the product will have a 0 at the end. So I can multiply by 3 and just have my 0 at the end already. So when I start to multiply by 30, I put my 0 down and start multiplying. 3 times 5 is 15. I write my 5 and I carry my 1. I would cross that out if it was a different number or write over it so that I wouldn't get confused, or write on top of it if I needed to. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 makes 13. So here you'll notice these are the same partial products I got in my other place value rows method. Now the final step is to add my partial products, and again I'm going to get 1,440. So there you have it, a refresher on the standard algorithm and the place value rows and the place value sections. Good luck!